It was a correspondent with us before. Saksit, you tweeted earlier that this is the third coup you've lived to see. Are you even surprised that history is repeating itself?
Good evening, Tim. No, unfortunately, I'm absolutely not surprised at all by what has happened today, but it is still very discomforting to see that. I mean, we are in the year 2014, and the military has done a classic old-fashioned style military coup today. And well, and then on the other hand, you have all the leaders of the political faction, all the stakeholders in one room, and then you launch a military coup and detain them. Well, that is, well, you could also say that was good planning on their behalf, but well, it is still mind-boggling to see what's going on there.
Well, Saksit, this is Wei Su speaking to you. We just heard from our reporter on the ground that all TV broadcasts have stopped. All you see is an army insignia and army music. It sounds quite grim to me. Is this the sort of scenario that usually happens when Thailand has military coups?
Absolutely, it does. It is still, as I said, it's a textbook military coup, including taking over the airwaves and also trying to control the narrative. Now, what they have not done yet is cut the telephone lines and also cutting the internet connection, because as I'm seeing now, there's still chatter and a lot of buzz on social media right now, talking over the military coup, giving their 2 cents about this, and we don't know yet if the army is going to take over that as well. But yes, it has to be seen what happens next in a few hours, and well, now with the curfew as well, everybody's going to stay home and probably even more active so online.
Saksit, what do you think could have happened inside today's meeting between all the factions before the army decided, you know, enough is enough, we're going to declare a coup this afternoon? Do you think the government was perhaps given the option to resign?
Tim, this is exactly what I have been hearing from my sources, and also confirmed reports from other colleagues as well. What was reportedly happening was that the army has asked representatives of the caretaker government whether or not they're going to resign or not, and the answer was negative. The army chief has slammed the table and said, I'm paraphrasing here, then I'm going to take over. And when you look at this, it is probably what you just said, Tim. The army has probably offered their proposal to all the factions, to all the stakeholders. What they would have been, we don't know, but it was likely that this proposal would have included a appointed, in quotations, neutral government in exchange for the current government to resign. The current government, of course, has refused that, and now they are going full out with a military coup. And also, I just want to add, the acting caretaker Prime Minister Niwa Thamrong was not present at the talks there, and according to my sources and also other sources, that he's safe at an undisclosed location right now.
Oh, Saksit, just quickly cutting in because we're getting this news. The U.S. ambassador has said the United States will release a statement on this matter, the military coup in Thailand, any moment now. Veron, let's cross back to you and ask you this question. Now, you're very active, you're a blogger, you're active on Twitter, and you're saying that you're already hearing all sorts of background information about what could have happened before this coup. What else are you seeing on Twitter, for example?
Well, I mean, of course, it depends who you follow on Twitter, of course. But to be honest, my timeline has been full of updates by my colleagues, by my fellow journalists as well. Some are just well exasperated at this point, and but the consensus is the military coup. The military coup that has happened. Yes, that's a very severe thing that has happened to Thailand. Is it surprising though? Unfortunately, given its history and the way that the army has been acting ever since the martial law invoked 2 days ago, it is unfortunately not surprising, and I don't think the feedback will be very positive as well in the coming days.
All right, Saksit, could you perhaps run through us what you've been seeing on social media from how people online are reacting to the announcement today?
Well, as I said, it all depends who you follow, but at least in my timeline, the reactions on social media have been rather, you could say, somewhere between shocked and utterly annoyed that this thing has happened. And Well, of course, when I look at some other posters that are more against this current government, more anti-Thaksin, more pro-establishment, they're actually pretty happy that the army has intervened, because that would also mean getting rid of the government. But to comment on that, I don't think that these people are aware of the bigger implications what that has on Thailand's political landscape and also on Thailand's democracy. And I think they may gonna regret it, celebrating this military coup today.
Oh, thanks very much indeed, Saksit. Saksit speaking to us from Hamburg. Now.